Hello everyone, it is Jazz here. Today I am doing a fall to be read. I intended to do the normal monthly to be read, and then it kind of occurred to me that I've never tried doing a seasonal to be read, and I know a lot of people do that as well, and I just wanted to give it a go. I do feel like some of these are going to show up in some readathon to be read videos again, just because I'm going to try to work one or two of these into some readathon to be read. So if you see them again, you see them again. You know what I mean? And all this being said, let's jump in to me talking about the books that I would like to read in this fabulous fall season. First up on the to be read is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. This I have already started. I am very close to finishing, so I'm definitely going to finish the first book in the Raven Cycle series, right away. But I would like to continue on with the series as much as I can over the period of fall. I am deeply in a Maggie Stiefvater phase right now. Her writing style is something that I can sit and read for hours and hours, and even books that I love by writers that I love, sometimes with my ADD, that can't happen. So there's definitely something about her writing that's really striking my mood, and I figure while I'm in this mood, it's time to catch up on the heck a ton of books of hers that I haven't read, because I've only read the Wolves of Mercy Falls stuff, and I just need to continue visiting her writing because I really like it. I checked out this large volume 1 of The Runaways, which collects issues 1 through 18, so I'm assuming this is the omnibus sort of collection of The Runaways. And since I checked it out at the library, I do really need to finish it in a fairly timely fashion, so that's one reason why I have to get to it in the fall. But also, I did start this series. I think I read not this big omnibus, but one that was a smaller collection of the Runaways comics. Really loved it. Gave it 5 stars and all. But I didn't follow it up because I just never got around to it. And since they have 3 volumes of this at the library, I'm going to try to, get through some of the Runaways because I really want to just know what happens to the characters. The next book on the list is The Glass House People by Catherine Reese. I bought this book at a library book sale last year, and it has intrigued me ever since. It does kind of sound like a mystery. I don't think it's a thriller, but I definitely think there's a family mystery where something really bad has happened and there's a secret, and it just kind of intrigues me. It sounds like it's going to be kind of a deep YA book, and I feel like I just really want to read that and see what that's about. I just can't seem to time this book right. It never seems to be the right time to read it, either mood-wise, even though it seems like it's calling to me, or also because I just don't seem to squeeze it into the month that I plan to read it. So hopefully in the fall I will squeeze it in and it will be awesome. Then I would like to get around to Dolores Claiborne by Stephen King. I have seen this movie, but I have not yet read this book, and I've owned this book for so long. I don't even know how many years I've owned this book. It feels like I've always had it. That's how long I've had it. Obviously, I haven't always had it, but you know what I mean? It's high time that I get to it. I have put it on my to be read for the year. Really excited to see what this is like in comparison with the film, because I really enjoy the film from what I remember of it. I haven't watched it in a really long time, and also I just want to get more insight on the characters and things like that. I would love to complete Peter and the Secret of Rundoon by Dave Barry and Ridley Pearson. This is the 3rd book in the Peter and the Starcatchers series. I have read the first 2 books. I love them immensely, but for some reason it's taking me a really long time to get to the 3rd and 4th book. Part of that was I did want to get the whole series in hardcover, and that took me a little longer than expected. But I think just also for some reason I just haven't felt in the mood to jump into this world for a second, and I'm thinking the feeling is going to come on, and I do really want to finish those 2 books. I don't think I will probably get to the 4th book in the fall, but I think I could possibly get to this one, even though it's sort of on the longer side. The previous 2 books were too, and they were really super fast reads. I'm hoping it won't mess me up that I've taken such a long space between the 2nd book and this one, but I feel like I remember a lot of like the main key points in the 2nd book, so I don't think it will affect this book too much. But yeah, I need to know what happens. I need to get to it. I need to know like the lore of the Starcatchers and what all that's about, because we still don't know, and I need to know. I have one more book for my fall to be read. That is my Shakespeare play of the year. I always have one Shakespeare play that is new to me that I try to read every single year. This year, I was determined to read a history play because for some reason the history plays like intimidate me. And so I thought I should just, hurdle that jump, like get over that. And one of you, I can't remember who, suggested that I should check out Richard III, which I thought was a good recommendation because I have watched quite a few documentaries, because that's what I watch to go to sleep, that are about King Richard III. The only thing that has actually kept me from reading this throughout the year has been that I need to get like a separate copy of it. I have a complete works of Shakespeare, but I tend to not want to read individual plays out of it. It's really there for like looks, or like if I need to look up like a quote or something like that. I tend to like buy the play separately when I read it, mostly because I do want an edition that does kind of summarize like unfamiliar topics and words and such. But I know that if I do not get to this book by November, that I probably won't get to it this year. So wish me luck on actually getting to the bookstore to buy the Shakespearean play in an edition that I want to read it out of. I will also probably audiobook it at the same time, because that's how I like to do my Shakespeare plays, is like audiobook it and also read it along, because that works for my brain a lot better. So I guess if all else fails, I can just read a normal edition to the audiobook, but I don't really want to do that because I like at least a little bit of more insight to the story, if you will, and like the language and such. All right, folks, that is it for my fall to be read. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of those books, what you thought of them, if you enjoyed them, all that good stuff, because I would really love to know. And thank you for watching, my fabulous peeps. I will see you soon. Bye.